Speaking of Jacksonville, before we get to the Jacksonville Jaguars, reminder for everybody, the 2020 Fantasy Football Almanac and Draft Guide, click the link below. I think over 40 reviews on Amazon, 5-star. What else? Free updates throughout the offseason, math-driven sleepers. We publish our sleeper success history as well. We don't run from it. And we do our guide is a little bit different than what you see. We do our own projections. We have our own analytics, proprietary stuff. So, in my opinion, we're just a little bit above the rest, and you can see it in the reviews. Our readers agree. So, the Jacksonville Jaguars, look, Gardner Minshew coming in. He will be the quarterback there, obviously, moving forward long term. I think it was good of the Jaguars to trade Nick Foles so that there isn't, if Gardner Minshew kind of slides back a little bit and regresses, that there's not a quarterback controversy. But let me hit you with this, Brad. This is an interesting storyline that we sometimes touch on. We have the sophomore quarterback, right? The sophomore quarterback, the book on sophomore quarterbacks is they always recede a little bit because defensive coordinators have a full offseason to prepare. Well, I think that's going to happen to Gardner Minshew. I like Gardner Minshew. I'm on record as I love Gardner Minshew. I think he's, came out without any hype in the draft. I think he balled out. I love his chemistry. We're talking about chemistry with the old chemistry with DeAndre Hopkins and Deshaun Watson. I think we have a similar thing going on with Gardner Minshew throwing downfield to DJ Chark. I like Gardner Minshew a lot. So don't get me wrong, Jags fans, but I think that without having an offseason program, you have Jay Gruden, which after the scandal hits, as of the time of this recording, the scandal hasn't actually officially dropped, but we'll see if Jay Gruden even survives and is the offensive coordinator there. But no offseason reps in the new offense. That hurts. You have defensive coordinators from opposing teams have a season to tape. They know how to defend against Gardner Minshew. That hurts. I feel like Gardner Minshew needed this offseason to basically keep ascending. So I think he's going to regress just a bit. Not to say he's regressing as a player, but I think the rest of the league's going to catch up and throw him some new stuff, and he's going to have a little bit of difficulty dealing with that. What do you think?
I think so too, 100%. I don't like him as much as you do.
I do. I like him. I think he's better than Baker Mayfield.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with that. I don't think Baker Mayfield has anything to offer. I would even argue that fast forward 2 seasons and we don't know where that guy is. Whatever happened to Baker Mayfield? He's backing somebody up in Seattle, right? We just forgot about him.
Yeah.
Could be. Anyway, I think what happens in this league, like you were saying, is a quarterback can come in and if they have talent, nobody knows what they like to do. Nobody knows the game plan. No one has seen them operate yet. Mm-hmm. But like you said, through the course of the season, now they know. And I think he definitely takes a dip back, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he will. And I think it'll take, maybe 8 games for him to start to, you'll see, build that back up. But a spoiler alert, we haven't talked about the NFC West. I think that's going to be a theme this coming season with the San Francisco 49ers. Remember, Jimmy Garoppolo took them to the Super Bowl in his first regular season as a full-time starter, the 16 games, I think that the teams will be a little bit more prepared for Jimmy Garoppolo's weaknesses as well, and we'll see him recede a little bit before climbing back up. But I do think that's going to be a factor. But let's be real about this. I mean, Jacksonville, they got rid of a lot of pieces this offseason. They know they're in a rebuild. A.J. Boye's gone. We saw the Ramsey trade last season. Calais Campbell gone. Nick Foles traded. They didn't add a ton in free agency. You see Tyler Eifert reunited with Jay Gruden if he ends up being the coach. I actually like the Chris Thompson signing, reuniting with Jay Gruden. I think that's a very underrated move for daily fantasy and PPR fantasy football players out there. The draft, they added some nice pieces. Kalavin Chason, or is it Chason, whatever. C.J. Henderson, Laviska Shenault. I like the top of their draft. I liked, but it's going to take a while for these guys to pay dividends. They're not going to compete in this division. I think the 3 other teams are head and shoulders above them at this point. That defense has to reload. The offense even has to reload just a little bit with their new coach. So we'll see what goes. I'm going to hit you with the over and under here, Brad. 4.5 wins for the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2020.
Oh, God. You know what? Poor Jacksonville. I'm going to say over. Got to say over. I feel like a bully.
I'm on the over as well. 5 wins. I think they're 5-11.
Gotta go over.
But I don't think they're 6-10. I think they're a 5-11 team. So I think that it'll take a while. I mentioned Gardner Minshew. Would not shock me if they. I haven't looked at their schedule here, but it wouldn't shock me if they go like 2-6, 1-7 in that first thing, and then they go on a little bit of a run, kind of like what Miami did last year, almost. Kind kind of stinking it up at first. Everybody freaks out. Everybody's thinking, is Gardner Minshew the guy? You start to see that press, and then they put together a nice back half of the season. That's my prediction for them.